These are not necessary if this is heavy enough, but I was just wanting to experiment with the design, so that's what I came up with to add weight to it. And this could be wood, could be rock. This just happens to be caliche, really soft rock, so it makes it real easy to grind down, almost like sandstone. But I made a notch here for the fireboard, so I could use a smaller fireboard, and that way it could be easily replaced without having to waste a lot of yucca or whatever you're going to use for your firewood or fireboard. Another advantage is I don't have to worry about this falling off and hitting me. I've got it tapered down so that once the spindle burns down, it can only go so far. Looks like it's a good ember. Move my feet. Yeah, we got a good ember there. So now just take these off. But being able to add weight and take it away is an advantage. I've got a piece of metal up here so it won't burn. If you have a really hard wood, you don't have to worry about that. Like if you use Bodark or Osage orange, same thing. Osage orange. So there, that burned in. And now I can just remove this out together because I'm going to replace it anyway. This is a real good way for somebody having trouble with a bow drill that just needs to learn the mechanics. Very complicated to put together, but if you've got somebody that's disabled that wants to make a friction fire, or is just having trouble with the position of some of these other primitive methods, this can at least help build confidence. Then you could use a smaller fireboard, kind of locks into place there. I just carved out a little notch that could be easily replaced. You want to use a hardwood, slide this down, get it into position, and then you can add your counterweights. These are about 2.5 each. I wrap from the bottom up, so this is going to go in my left hand, this bottom one's going to go in my right hand. What we've kind of learned through experimenting with this is you don't want to have this cordage right here at the bottom. Even if it stays put for a little bit, it'll eventually pull through the notch. It's better to have it somewhere right around the middle. You can taper the center of the spindle so that it can't go up and down, because sometimes if you get too high, it'll get bound up and get wrapped up. If this was a bow drill, this would be equivalent to your socket, and the downward pressure that you add would happen with your hand. So it can teach the mechanics of a bow drill, what's needed, just not the positioning, but all of that feel, like that grittiness you want to feel, the sound that you hear tells you, if it starts to squeak, we need more downward pressure. Being able to add more weight or take it away, you're not stuck with what's being used as the downward pressure for the weight.